Welcome or welcome back. My name is Joanne and today I have a get ready with me, and in this get ready with me I'm going to be using the newest product in every category. So they're not necessarily like new products, but they're just the newest in each of my categories. I am going to start off with my lip prep, which is what I always do, and I am going to be using the Ole Henriksen Pout Preserve Peptide Lip Treatment in the shade Cocoa Creme. I just got this yesterday because I went with my friend to Ulta and they had every shade of this like completely in stock, which was crazy. And this smells so good. I don't even know what it smells like. It's like a thicker formula. Kind of tastes good too. This is such a cute color, but she ended up getting the original clear one. This is so cute. So exciting that I finally got my hands on one of these. Oh my god. And then for primer, I'm pretty sure my newest one is my Hourglass Vanish Airbrush Primer. So this is just like a blurring primer. I find that I don't need to use a primer for my makeup. I'm literally using my phone as a mirror, which could be a bad thing. I do have a handheld mirror somewhere, the one that I always use. That does feel very nice, very thin. I got this during the last Sephora sale, and I did mention that like I don't think it's a necessary thing to have. I don't know. I'm just not a huge primer girl. I find that as long as you have like a good skincare routine, you're good. My foundation for the day is this Lancome Tanti Doll Ultra Wear in the shade 220C. I still think this is too cool on me. Like this is too pink for me. I wish I would have gotten like a neutral shade, but I just take this on a makeup palette and I use 2 pumps. Just right there. And I go with my sponge with it. And this is so nice. I find this to have a medium buildable coverage. Oh, I forgot I always do this. Okay, before I go in with that, I'm gonna go in with my corrector, which is the Huda Beauty Faux Filter Corrector in the shade Peach. I'm sorry if you can hear outdoor noise. I have my window open and I have to have it open because our AC is broken. So let me just take a little bit under my eyes right here. I find that this step really does help correct my dark circles. I definitely have found that I prefer the peach shade over the cherry blossom shade, just for personal preference, my skin tone, all the things. Now I'm gonna go with my foundation. Hopefully it hasn't been soaked up too much. So this foundation has like a natural leaning matte finish, I think it said, which I think it looks really nice. Again, I just wish I got a different shade. Like blended in and like everything applied, it looks fine, but I just wish I got a neutral shade. I think it like looks fine. It does look nice with that primer though. I think I need to try it without a primer to really see if I need a primer. That's for another day. My next step is cream bronzer, and I have this Dibs Duo in the shade number 3. The bronzer is in Spill the Tea and the blush is in Full Deets, but I'm only going to use the bronzer today because I have a different blush that I want to use and it's not going to go with this cream blush. So what I do is I just swipe it on, not onto my hair. That'd be nice. So I just swipe it on. Swipe it on. Doop. This almost feels a little like thicker, oops, than the Rare Beauty one. That was a little too much. Oopsies, it'll be fine. Yeah, I find this to be a little thicker than the Rare Beauty one, but I still think it blends out very easily. Like, Look at that. And I just use this angled brush to blend it out on my nose, which got a little carried away. That's okay. I was gonna film this yesterday, but time kind of got away from me. Was a little more busy than I thought I would be. I got caught, well, I had tennis in the morning, and then I went to get coffee with my friend, and then we just spur of the moment decided to go shopping. So that was fun. That was fun though. I'm glad that we did that because it feels like it's been like forever since I've seen her. And then my newest concealer I actually did get yesterday because I've been wanting to try this so bad, and I saw Sephora actually does have the minis of them in store. So I got the Hourglass concealer in the shade, this is the Vanish Airbrush concealer in the shade Cedar. I think it's like 3.5 or something. But look how cutie. It's so cute. I did use this yesterday. I did end up going out last night too. So busy day. But I found that this, let me kind of blend this under eye corrector out before I apply it. But this is very creamy. It's a little thicker than like the Huda one, if you've ever tried that one. The shade is, it looks a little light, but I think blended in it's fine. It didn't crease on me. I mean, I have a lot of lines under my eyes. And I did apply this with a brush yesterday, and it worked perfectly fine. I think it's actually a nice shade just for a little brightening effect too. In the winter, this is probably gonna be like the perfect shade for me. Look how nice that looks. I think that's a great shade for me. For my powder, I have two different. They're both from Huda, but I don't want to use this all over my face. I'm just gonna use this under my eyes, and then all over my face, I'm gonna use Pound Cake. This one is Cherry Blossom Cake. This one is a very pink. If you want like a pink powder, this is your girl. My puff is very dirty, okay? Don't judge it. But I do want to try the reformulation of this Givenchy, at least in a mini, because I really like that one under my eyes. It's not heavy at all. Like this one's a little heavier. Like it still looks really nice. Mattifies, blurs, all the things. But like it's just a little bit heavier than the Givenchy one, which is so sad that they reformulated. And everyone says it's not as good, but I still want to try it because maybe I'll like it. Like I think that actually looks pretty darn good. I'm pretty sure Huda did bring out a fragrance-free version of this powder. Oh my god, can you see that? I love the fragrance of this. I don't know, I just love fragrance makeup, okay? That's just my vibe. So I'm gonna go with Pound Cake all over my face. That's not a mirror, that's literally the lid. Just to set everything. And I find this isn't my favorite powder, at least for the summer, because it doesn't necessarily help keep my oils at bay. I definitely need to pour out more powder. I use a ton of powder. Again, I have oily skin, so it's a problem. In the winter, I'm fine with like a not as intense powder. That was probably a lot. But like in the summer, I need something heavy duty. Don't get me wrong, this powder still looks so nice. Like I think if you have drier skin and you are looking for a nice like loose powder, I would say try out this one in a mini. I always recommend trying things in a mini, especially if it's your first time trying it, because you never know if you're actually gonna like it. That's probably enough right there. So yeah, grab a mini of a shade that you think would work well for you and try it out, because I'm pretty sure there are a lot of dry skin girlies that swear by this powder. But my favorite powder right now for all over my face is the Kimchi Chic one. Oh, it's so good. It literally helps keep me matte for longer, especially with this Lancome foundation. And then I do really want to try the Dior Forever Matte Foundation as well. That is on my wish list, probably for the upcoming sale, which I think is gonna be like next month or something, which is crazy. Time flies. Like it feels like the spring still like just passed. But here we are, getting ready for the next one. Now let's add some color back into my face. Thank you very much. My newest bronzer in my collection is the Charlotte Tilbury bronzer in the shade 2 Medium. This is the powder one. It's so nice. I think this is either this or the Hourglass bronzer is my favorite. Like I'm a bougie girl, okay? I love my expensive things. Look at that. It's like it literally goes on and just blends right in. I do tend to be an over blender, just to let you know, but I think this tone is just like perfect for me. It's like a pretty neutral bronzer, I would say. It's very much a buildable bronzer as well. And this comes with a ton of product. Honestly, in my collection, if I just had this and an Hourglass bronzer, I would be all set. I do love my Gucci bronzer, but like this and the Hourglass are my two favorites. I have the Hourglass face palette from last year, and I am not planning on picking up the new one for this year just because kind of repetitive. I already know I like the powders, but I don't like it in that palette because it's so hard to get the product onto your brush because the pans are so small and they're so close together. So I would definitely repurchase those powders in singles, but I gotta use up the ones I have first to buy those. And I always pinch my brush with whatever is left and just put it onto my nose. Because that's not a nice bronzer. This is literally a ginormous pan of bronzer. Like, it's gonna take you forever to get through that, just saying. And the packaging's so pretty. I am such a packaging snob, I swear. If it doesn't have nice packaging, at least what I consider nice packaging, I'm not really gonna use it. And then my newest blush, I actually did get yesterday. This is the Danessa Myricks. What is this? This is the... I think this is like the Blurring Balm Flushed. Where's the name of it? It just says Yummy Skin. I think this is called the Blurring Balm Flushed. This is in the shade Jubilee. It's so pretty. It's literally just a terracotta, which is like my favorite tone of blush. And these are pigmented. They're a cream to powder formula. I'm just gonna take it on this brush. That might have been a little too much, but let's just apply this. This does take a little bit of time to blend out. Once you do, it's really nice. Like, look how cute that is. Oh, that looks so intense. Don't worry, I'm gonna go over it with an ambient lighting powder. Like, look how pretty that is. I went in with a little too much on this side. I love the shade so much. It's so good. Maybe just a little bit more on this side. I promise it doesn't look as intense in person, but I'm still gonna go in with my Hourglass palette, and I'm gonna go in with the shade Dim Light right here, just the finishing powder. And like, you see? Oh. Like, the pan is literally teeny tiny, so like I have to be careful to not get like the highlighter or the blush onto this brush. But I love this powder so much. It just diffuses everything, adds a little bit of a sheen. I would love to pan this. I'm thinking about maybe making this a pan that face palette next year. Let me know your thoughts on that. This does have 3 blush options and a bronzer. Well, these two I consider like the same shade, but a bronzer, a highlighter, and then that finishing powder. I think this is gonna be really fun. I love these products so much. Like, if I use them up, I will be repurchasing these for sure. But again, I would just prefer to have them in a single pan because the pans are small and they're right next to each other. Like if they were just a little more spaced out, it would be fine. I got that last year, so it's not like new, but it's the only finishing powder I have. My newest highlighter is the Bobbi Brown highlighting powder in the shade Peach Glow. This is what it looks like. I'm sorry if you can hear outdoor noise. Like this is more of a subtle highlighter, but you can definitely build it up for more intensity. It's really pretty. I kind of want to get Pink Glow, because I do love a pink highlighter as well. And I kind of like going over it with my blush brush just to try to blend it in. My newest setting spray is the Urban Decay All Nighter Ultra Matte. The sprayer is so aggressive. And I do prefer this setting spray over the One Size one because it doesn't smell like hairspray and it doesn't make me sneeze every time I use it. But I think in the winter I don't need such a heavy duty matte setting spray, so I'm wondering if the Charlotte is gonna work better then, because it definitely makes me glowy right now. Let me go do my brows off camera. I don't have a new brow product, so I'm just gonna use my Lawless brow pencil in the shade Cacao, and then the ABH Brow Freeze Gel. And I'm gonna prime my eyes with my MAC Paint Pot in Soft Ochre. The eyeshadow palette I have is the Too Faced Appley and Love palette. Let me bring you closer so you can see my eyes a little better. So yeah, I have the new Too Faced palette here, and this is what she looks like. I've used quite a few of these shades so far. I don't know, do I want to go on with Turnover and like Crunch Time, or do I want to go with Slice Baby? Or do I want to do both? I could try to do both. Wait. Is that like a green with like a gold shift to it? My thoughts on this palette so far is that it's really nice. The mattes are so easy to use. I don't know how I'm gonna feel about the shade because I tend to not love yellows. This is more like a mustard type of yellow. I'm probably gonna cover this up with a brown anyways, at least in the outer corner. And then I find some of the shimmers that I've used have different formulas. I love the shades Sparkling Cider and Apple of My Eye. Those two have a little bit of like, almost like a thicker formula, but they apply pretty thin onto the eyes, but they still have a little bit of pigment to them. Whereas the shade Sweetie Pie, at least with a finger, it didn't apply very well. Very sheer. And then Smitten is like very dry topper type of shade. I don't love that. So I don't know. I don't think this palette's worth it full price, which is what I paid for it. And then I think I'm gonna go in with Applesauce, which I have used, but the mattes apply so nicely. I did have the Chocolate Bar palette. That was the first palette, like first high-end palette I ever bought. I didn't like it. I found the mattes kind of hard to work with. I mean, it could have been my skill level at the time. You know, it was a long time ago. I probably got that in like 2017. Crazy. But I mean, I feel like if they re-released it now, I would buy it. I've been loving neutral looks. Give me the browns, the warm browns. And that might change when it comes to winter time, but as of right now, I am just living my life in warm brown looks. And like, I hate always comparing mainstream to indie, but like, you can't expect indie shimmers in these palettes. I feel like, which is crazy because like mainstream has so much money, but also they have their own audience, right? They're selling to people that don't love that super sparkly shimmer, which is totally fine. Like, I know that's not for everyone. That's what I love, but I do really like this palette. Again, like Sparkling Cider and Apple of My Eye are pretty sparkly. Like, they're not indie level, but like they're still really pretty. And I feel like nowadays I'm appreciating just a nice metallic more and more. Yeah, so let me go in with Crunch Time with my finger and see how that applies. And then maybe I'll take like Apple of my eye or Sparkling Cider on the inner part of my lid. Oh, that's really pretty. I like that shade. Like, it's like a gold, it's like a bronzy gold. Because I don't like a straight up yellow gold on myself. But that's really pretty. I like that one. It does feel a little firmer and kind of looks like it's getting a little bit of hard pan. Kind of similar to what's happened to Sweetie Pie. But this one's applying better than Sweetie Pie, I will say. That is very pretty. I like that. Or do I want to take Slice Baby on the inner part? Do I want to be adventurous? Or do I want to play it safe? You know what? I'm going to be adventurous. So I'm going to go in with Slice Baby, which is this lighter green, almost like to gold shift. Okay, this feels like very smooth and it looks very thin on my finger. Oh, that one's pretty. Ooh, that is gorgeous. I want to take that all over my eye. Wow. Yeah, I definitely want to use this with just like the warm browns. That'd be such a pretty look. Oh my god. I will say I am surprised that I've been enjoying these mainstream brand palettes as much as I have been, because I'm an indie girl through and through. But like, these are just actually so pretty. Like, look at that green shade. Oh my god, I can see myself using that all the time. Let me just go in with a little bit more Crunch Time just to blend the two a little more. That is really cute. I like that. And then I'm just gonna take the brushes from before and blend everything. Hopefully you can't hear too much of the background noise. I'm gonna try to cut it out in editing if I need to. But now I'm just gonna do my lower lash line and then my inner corner. And I'm gonna take, if I can hold this right, I'm gonna take the applesauce shade that I use on my outer corner and take it on the outer half of my lower lash line and blend that out with Turnover. I will say that green shade really surprised me. I've always wanted to pick up one of these fall Too Faced releases, but I've always been so hesitant because I didn't like the chocolate bar palette. But now I am so glad I picked this one up, because again, I've been pleasantly surprised. Like, are all the shades perfect? No, definitely not, but overall pretty good palette. And then my inner corner, I don't really want to use Smitten. In my inner corner, I think I'm gonna go in with the shade Apple of My Eye right here. This is like kind of perfect palette for me. It has warm browns, it goes light to dark, it has inner corner shades, it has a variety of shades that you can use. That's cute. Like, no, it's not colorful, but like, again, that's just not my go-to aesthetic right now. I'm loving these warm browns so much. Let me spray my brush to see if I can get more impact. Yeah, that definitely helped. I think that's the look for today. I kind of wish my inner corner was brighter. So let me just bring in another inner corner that I'm currently trying to hit pan on. I'm gonna be, where's my brush? I'm gonna be using the shade Cobweb that's from my Deca Panning project pan. I just had to get the prompt, hit a pan. Rude. But I've been loving using this as an inner corner for every look. It just adds such a nice brightness. Like, look at that. Ooh, love that. And then I think I need to blend this out a little more. Yeah, I'm just going to. Why not? So I'm just gonna take the shade Sweet on You right here, which is just the cream colored ivory shade. And I'm just gonna blend everything out. Let me go do my liner and mascara off camera and I will come back to choose a lip. Cause yeah, I have 3 things that I bought at the same time. I'll be right back. Here are my eyes. I definitely forgot a waterliner again. Oh well, it's fine. I'm just not gonna wear one today. But for my lips, I just took off as much of that lip balm as I could. And I'm gonna go in with this Merit lipstick in the shade Tiger. Let me give you a swatchy swatch of this one. So gorgeous. Literally perfect for this time of year. I also put away my mirror. I kind of need that. Like, look how cute is that shade? Oh, how cute. Perfect for fall. Just like an orangey brown shade. It's crazy because I have so many of these shades, but they all look different. Here is my final look. I think it turned out so well. I kind of want to talk about my standout products from this. I love these Merit lipsticks. They're one of my favorite lipstick formulas. They're so comfortable. You can sheer them out. You can have pigment. So nice, so versatile. This Danessa Myricks blush, it's so pretty. Love this shade. It's just perfect for my skin tone, perfect for fall, and these last all day. So if you like a matte blush, I say go check these out. If there's a shade you like, try it. You can blame me, it's okay. Charlotte bronzer. This applied so easily. It basically blended itself out. Perfect shade for me as well. And I don't feel like I need to add any more, which is amazing because normally I'm like, oh, I need to go in with a little bit more bronzer because my blush went a little heavy. But not with this one. And the packaging, A+. And I'm loving this Hourglass concealer. It's more of like a creamy formula. It's definitely a little thicker than the Huda one that I love. But this is so nice. From what I remember yesterday, it didn't crease. It didn't like settle into my lines. I do have a lot of fine lines under my eyes. I don't know if you can see that. But yeah, this has been really nice to use so far. And I might pick up a full size when I use this up. Actually, I probably will pick up a full size when I use this up. And I'm surprisingly enjoying this Hourglass Vanish Airbrush Primer. Again, I don't know if I need a primer, but I feel like this is like a nice blurring primer. Again, I don't love the Huda powder for me, especially during the summer, because I need something that heavy duty that keeps my oils at bay. So probably during the winter, I'm gonna like that more. And this palette, like that green shade really shocked me. Love it. I love this look. It's a great fall look. And I hope you enjoyed. Let me know, are you excited for the fall season? I love all the fall looks. The fall shades, the warm browns, the grungies, the everything. But that's all I have for you today. Again, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you have a great day, a great night, whatever time it is for you. And I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.